Hey, welcome. Mike McMillan here. Thanks for watching my video. Well, what we're going to do today is show you how to create an opt-in page that you can use to grow an email subscriber list from viewers of your YouTube videos. And this can be a great way to monetize the videos that you create. Now, there's a download link in the description below this video. You'll want to download that because you'll need those files later to go through the steps that I show you. And there's also a neat little ebook in there that will help you create your opt-in page. It'll be a tremendous help to you. So you can do that anytime, or I'll remind you later in the video. But for right now, I'm ready, so let's get started. Hi, this is Mike again. Welcome back. Well, what I want to do in this video is show you how to generate an email subscriber list from people who watch your YouTube videos. Now, I'm going to show you all of the technical stuff, and it's not that technical, but I'm going to show you how to do every part of this to make it happen in your own videos. But first, let me just show you how this works and what it is that I'm talking about and what you'll end up with. So let me just show you one of my videos right here. I just put this up earlier today. And so what this is, it's about creating a Ken Burns effect using ScreenFlow. Okay, doesn't really matter what it's about. But let me come down here, and I'm going to play this just for a second.
Hey, welcome. Mike McMillan here. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Well, today we're going to look at you.
Okay, so this plays for a second, and I talk for a few minutes, and then I get into how to use the everything and get this done. And when I get out here, I'll stop at about 1 minute and 6 seconds right there. And so they're watching my video, and I'll start this up again. Now watch what happens.
Right there, okay? Hey, this is Mike, just 10 seconds.
There. At about 1 minute and 11 seconds, this comes up. Now, what is this? Well, I just break in this, I talk for about 10 or 12 seconds very quickly. And in Photoshop, I made this graphic of this product, this ebook that they can get for free. And it's about how to get more views and higher rankings on YouTube. It's a really great book. So I come in and this pops up. Now I use ScreenFlow to edit my video. So I shot my whole video, and then you could use Adobe Premiere Pro or ScreenFlow like I do, whatever. But whatever you edit your videos on, you could create something, a page that looks like this, and edit it in here. So that's the idea. Now, when I talk on here, I tell them that if they would like this booklet for free, to look at the description below this video and click on the link in there. And if they do that and they come down here, right here, it says download the free ebook I mentioned in the video. And so if they follow my directions and they click on this, watch what happens. Bang. This page pops up and it says input your email address and I'll send you your free step-by-step, and I put this image back in here so they know, yeah, I'm in the right place. And all they have to do, come down here and they type in their email address, they click submit, and as soon as they do, the instant they do, they go into my Autoresponder account, okay, and now they're an email subscriber. And I can send out bulk emails to all my subscribers, at the same time, and gives them some free tips or talk about things, or I can promote products I have or affiliate products to earn commissions on, things like that. And then I'm also going to show you how to make that happen. So, okay, they go into your list. How do they get this booklet? How do you send this booklet to them? It's not something you do, ad hoc, where you say, this guy subscribed, I've got to email him this, I'll show you how to do all this on autopilot, okay, so that happens automatically and instantly. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at how to do in this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how to set all this up, okay? Okay, well, to create your opt-in page, you will need 5 files. Good news is I've done the heavy lifting, I've done the hard work, I've created these files for you. You can download them at the link below this video. Now, when you download this, it will be a zip file, and that just means that I've zipped all 5 files together into one folder, and when you open that up, what you'll see inside is something like this. There are 3 CSS files. Don't have to worry about what they are. You're not going to use them, but they have to be there, okay? There's a thing called an index file, HTML file. I've written the code for all of these things. You'll have that. Then down here, what you're going to find is a PDF file that says opt-in checklist, And what that is a checklist so that as you go through this video, every single item that we cover, you can check it off. And then if you don't do it all in one day or in one sitting, you'll know exactly where you're at when you come back. There are also some extra tips that are not in this video in there. And I think this will be a big help to you. It also shows you how to send emails out to your subscriber list once you grow one with your opt-in page, and this will be extremely helpful to you. So right now, go ahead and download that at the link below this video, or you can do it when the video is over, but you will need those files. Before we get started, let me just show you what it takes to set up an opt-in page like this. There are 5 things. Don't say, oh my gosh, I can't do all those. No, you can do it. And we're going to run through each of these in the video. You need to have an opt-in bonus. I'll show you how to do that. You need a domain name and web hosting, an autoresponder account, my free opt-in page templates. Okay, those are free. You can download those at a link below this video. And a special text editor, and I'll show you all about that. So those are the things we need. Do not be scared by these things if you've never used them before. Okay, this is going to be easy breezy to do. Okay. Talk about your opt-in bonus. I create all my own opt-in bonuses myself. I write them myself. I put them together myself, and they're always ebooks. They could be 2 or 3 pages, could be 100 pages, whatever. Here's a 24-page opt-in bonus that I wrote that I give away on YouTube. If you can create something like this on your own, good, create it. It should be related to the topic of your video. If your video is about dog training, your opt-in bonus should have something to do with dog training. Okay, so if you can create your own opt-in bonus, good. Now if you can't, you could go to Fiverr. Fiverr. I'm sure you know what that is, but I typed in writing reports. These people will all write reports for you. And you just search through, find one. This guy says, I will write a report in different areas for $5. So you could hire him. And you just click on this, and you'll go to his page, and you can tell him what you want. He'll write a report for you, any of these people. If you don't want to do that, another option is to go to a PLR site, and this is Tiffany Lambert's site, and she has hundreds, now probably thousands of reports in here that you can get on all kinds of different topics. And what you do is just come down here and click on ebooks and reports. You'll go to a page, and it'll tell about each one of those, and it could run from $5 to, $20 or whatever. The neat thing about PLR is once you get it, you'll get a Word file and a text file. You can edit it in any way. You can put your name on it as the author, and then you could give it away as an opt-in bonus. So those are some other alternatives for coming up with your free opt-in bonus to use. Okay? Okay, like I said, I create a lot of my own cover graphics, and you should have an image of the product you're giving away as your opt-in bonus. I create a lot of mine just in Photoshop like I did with this one, but if you'd like to get a little bit fancier and have something like one of these type images created for you, where I go to get these made is, well, let me show you right here. Okay, now if you're interested in having a cover graphic created like the couple that I just showed you, where I get my cover graphics from, and a lot of different, he's designed mini sites and website headers and blog headers, all kinds of things for me. But if you go to Semi's site right here, the idea is you can scroll down to where it says eCover Graphics, and he has all these examples. You can look at any of the examples just to see, here's one he did for somebody. Here's one he did for somebody, so you can look at the examples and see, here's one, oh, this is one of mine he did for me several years ago. And what you can do is you can order these, and like I said, these are $17 a piece, okay? And you can click to order, you pay for this, it takes 1 or 2 days for them to get it done, and that's how I got those cover graphics that I just showed you. So what I do is I come in and I order one, and then after I order it, right here, I send him an email at support at my mini site graphic. I send him an email and say, hey Semi, okay, this is what I need, this is the title I want on it, I want my name to appear on the bottom if you do, and just very briefly tell him what it's about. You don't need to go into great detail because he'll do a good job for you. But that's where I get my cover graphics for my giveaway products. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. The next thing we need to look at is, do you have a domain name and web hosting? If you do, okay, you're good to go. If you don't, you can come to HostGator. That's where I go to, hostgator.com, and just come in. You can read through the page if you'd like, but basically just click on Get Started. And they have three what they call shared web hosting plans. Okay, you can pick the least expensive. That's a hatchling plan. That's what I'd recommend. If you're just getting started, you can click on Buy Now. And when you do that, this page will pop up and it says choose a domain name. So I'm just going to pick something silly. I'll call this Mike's Frog. This is ridiculously, it's just stupid, but okay, Mike's Frog Singing. I don't know what that means, but just to show you. So you come over here to where it says .com. You want a .com extension, so let's click on this. Okay, and what it's doing, it's checking, and it says, okay, they've added that. It's $12.95 a year. You may get a message and it says not available. That means somebody already has that domain name registered. You'll have to pick another one. Okay, so anyway, now you come down here. This is up to you. Now, I always do this, but it costs $14 a year. Domain privacy protection. What that does is when you register a domain name, some people that know how to do this could go in and get info on your domain. They could find out your name, address, maybe your phone number, things like that. And I always get this. But it's another cost. It's up to you. Today, I'm going to say, no, I don't want that. It's a good idea, but it's just another cost getting started. You can decide. So we have a hatchling plan. Over here, click on, instead of 36 months, pay month to month starting out. That'll only be $10 a month. Okay. You create a username, a security pin. You can do that. You put in your info, your billing info. Now this part's important. You come down here. Okay, they don't worry about this, but they give you a free SSL certificate. Don't worry about that. Right here, I always get this, but again, this you have to pay for it by a year, and here's another whatever it is, $25 or something. Just for right now, don't do that. You're not making a big, huge website or anything. You don't need that. I always get site backup. Again, you don't need that. We're working with a simple website. It's not, I would not recommend that right now. Okay, so then we come down here and we see our bill is $24.53. That's for the domain name and for the web hosting account. Okay, and they have all this. I can't click on checkout now because I didn't enter my info, my billing info. But you'd click on checkout now. What happens then, HostGator will send you 2 emails, and it'll tell you how to log in to what's called your cPanel. That's where you control everything in your web hosting account. And make sure you read both those emails, copy and paste any info they give you, like how to log into your cPanel and all that stuff. And don't worry what your cPanel is, just we're going to use it later. Very simple. Okay, so you check out, now you've got a domain name. And web hosting, we're not going to do anything with it right now, but after we go through another topic here, I'll show you what you're going to do with this. Very simple, okay? Okay, now this is exciting. We're going to do something cool here. So what we'll do is you have registered a domain name and you have registered or you created a web hosting account. And so what I'll do up here, what you can do is just type in your domain name that you've got. And in this case, I'm using TubeMasteryStudio.com. That's my domain name. You'd type yours in. Now they give you an email. HostGator gives you an email. They tell you how to log into your cPanel. You can follow those instructions. But if you type in your domain name /cPanel, that will always work. Okay? And then I click right here. And they ask me to log in. I put in my username and password. This is my cPanel. And this is what yours would look like if you're using HostGator. Okay, there's a ton of stuff in here. You don't have to worry about any of that. The only thing we're going to use is this file manager. So I'll double click on that, And what happens is this page opens up. And we don't need to worry about any of this stuff. All we'll do is click on this public HTML icon. Okay. Now, I've blurred out all the stuff down here. That's stuff I use on this particular domain. You don't have to worry about that. You'll have a folder most likely that says CGBIN. If you don't, it'll create one for you, but that may show up. Okay. So all you need to do when you get here is go to Upload right there. Okay, and this page pops up and it says select the files you want to upload. Now you can use the select function. It's actually easier. This is my bonus product right here, my tube rankings, the PDF file I showed you earlier. This is what I'm going to give away as my opt-in bonus. All I have to do is drag that in there and it starts loading it right down here. You can watch the progress bar right there, and it has uploaded that file. Okay. Now, you can close this window down. I'll tell you one thing right now. When you come in here and you look to see if that file is uploaded, it probably won't show it. What you'll have to do is reload this page, okay, to get the current page. And on a Mac, I'll hit Command-R. That reloads the page. And again, I'll go to public HTML. And then down here at the bottom, you can see where it says Tube Rankings PDF. That's the file I just uploaded. That's my bonus file I'm going to give away to people when they join my list. Okay, so right now, okay, you're all set. So I'll come up and I'll close this window down. And now I'll come in, and there's one other thing that you're probably going to want to think about. Let me get this off of there. And that is, you're going to need to have an email account that's not a free one. You can't use Hotmail, Gmail, anything like that. Now, if you have an email account in a different domain that's already set up that you use, you won't have to do this. But you need to have a private email account. Okay, and so if you don't, you can click on email accounts right there. So we get right here, and what you'll do is just type in something in this box. Now what I use is I do Mike. I would just put in my first name, Mike at tubemasterystudio.com. Okay, that's all you'd have to do. And then put in your, down here, create a password. Okay, you have to put it in a second time. Create a password for your email account. Okay, this says very weak because I haven't put a password in, but I mean I could do that. And now this says very weak because I haven't put a password in. I've already got an email account there. But then you just come in here just like this, and after you've created this, you'll see a thing that says Mike at Tube Mastery Studio, or it would be your name at whatever your domain is. And just set that up, okay? And you'll need to remember what your email address is. Like down here, you'll need to remember it says Mike at Tube Mastery Studio. Remember your email account name right here. Okay? And then you're all done. So we'll come back up here after you've created an email account, and I'll go back to my web hosting account. Okay? I've uploaded my bonus file and I've created an email account. Okay, good. So once you've done that, right now we can come up and we can log out of our cPanel. Well, in the next part, I'm going to show you how to use an autoresponder account to generate a web form that you can put on your opt-in page. If you don't have an autoresponder account, I recommend Aweber. That's what I'll be using in this example. You can get a 30-day free trial, and then it'll be $19 a month. Okay, so once you've created your Aweber account, you'll come to a page that looks like this. And the first thing you'll need to do is click Manage Lists. Okay, you won't have anything in here, but we'll create one. So you'll create a list that you can put your email subscribers in. And just basically, if you have a company name, put it in there. If you don't, just put your own name. You have a company website. That's the one we just created in HostGator. So whatever the URL is for your domain that you created in HostGator, you would put that in there. I use a post office box rather than a actual mailing address just for privacy reasons. And then right down here, you can put your name right here, and then put in, it says, an email address that should appear in your emails. do not use a free email address, okay, like Gmail, Hotmail, anything like that. You want something that you've created, and you created one already in HostGator. Remember that? Yeah. So you put that email address in there, the one that you created just a little bit ago in HostGator. Okay? So then the next step. Okay, we have that. We'll click on the next step. You have to name your list something, and you can name it whatever you'd like. We're going to call this, let's call this Mike's gardening site, something like that. Okay, I might spell it right. Mike's gardening, just put Mike's gardening in. Okay, and then tell what it's about. I'll just type in, you know, whatever it's about, something like that. You can go to the next step and choose English if it's in English, whatever. Leave that alone, leave that alone, leave all this alone. Approve message and create list. Okay, so we'll do this. Now, the next thing we do, we have a list, Mike's gardening list. The next thing that we need to do is we need to create a sign-up form. Okay, and we don't have one just yet, do we? So we'll come down here, create a sign-up form. This is very easy to do. This is what's going to go on the web page you create. And there are different options. I would suggest you go to popular. You can pick any one you want. Don't get something gaudy. I recommend this blue one right here. So I'll click on that, scroll down, and I'll load that template. Okay, so this is what my sign-up form is going to look like on your opt-in page. Okay, now I come in here and I take this blue bar out. I hover over it and I click on delete. I don't collect names in my email subscriber list because that's two things people have to put in rather than just their email address, and make it as simple as possible for them. So I delete that. I delete the blue bar at the bottom. I delete this Aweber thing. I leave the email privacy policy right there. So, okay, this is what I've got, and we're almost done. The only thing, this has a gray background. I don't want a gray background. So what I do is I come up here and let's see, form type, we'll go to body, just like this. The background right now is gray, so I'm going to drag this color bar all the way up in the corner. It'll say FFF, FFF. That means white. So now it's white, and I don't know if you can see this. I can just barely see it, but there's a gray border around this, and we don't want that. Okay, so where it says border, it says solid. We don't want a solid border. We'll click on none. Okay, and this is our web form right here. Now, the next thing is we need to save that web form. Okay, it saved it. All right, so we have created a web form and we have created a list. We'll go to settings and just, you know, the form name, you can call this anything you want to. If you're working on YouTube, you could just call it YouTube 1. And nobody's going to see this. It's just for you. Okay. Leave this alone. Leave this alone. We're going to save this. Okay. And it saved it for us. Now, here's the big part. We need to come to publish. Okay. There are three options. You will click on I will install my web form. So click on that. Okay. There are two ways you can do this, with a JavaScript snippet. You don't need to know what that is, or with the raw HTML, which is much more complicated looking. But it's important you click on the JavaScript snippet. So I'll come down and click on this right here. So it's all highlighted in blue, and on my Mac I'll hit Command-C. I'm going to copy that. Okay, so I'm going to copy that right now. The thing that I would do is just paste that code, which we'll need later, into a text document. I wouldn't put it in a Word document and do it that way. If you got like Notepad on a PC or something, or TextEdit on a Mac, I'd just put it in a file like that and save it for later. Once we've done that, there's just one final step here in Aweber that we would need to do. And by the way, if you're using an autoresponder service other than Aweber, it'll look a little different. The user interface will look a little different, but essentially the same type of steps will have to be followed. Okay, so what we'll do after we've done this is come up here, and the final thing inside our autoresponder account, I'll go to list settings right here. This is just info we've already put in there. We'll need to go to confirmation message right here. Now the way Aweber works is once somebody puts their email address into your opt-in page and click submit, even though they go into your list, they're not an active subscriber yet, Aweber sends, as soon as they click to subscribe, a page like this will pop up. And it explains that they need to check their email, and inside their email there's a confirmation message, and they'll need to click on that link to become an active subscriber and to get the bonus that you'd offered them. So what we need to do on this page is just come in here. Now this is the way that that form would look normally. Okay, I changed this. Okay, and I go click to edit, and what I do then is I come in here and I change this right here. Okay, and what I put in there is something like this. I changed the wordings. It says click the link below to confirm your request for my Tube Rankings ebook. You'll also receive periodic emails related to growing your YouTube channel. Once you click on the link, your download will take place immediately. Okay, I put my name in there. Okay, the signature then, since I've already put my name in, I leave this blank. Okay, now to make this whole process work, we need to come in here and watch what I type in here. Okay, this is my domain, tubemasterystudio.com. You've registered a domain, you have a web hosting account, so you would put your domain URL right in there. And then a /, and then right here, this is what I uploaded. This is my bonus product I'm giving away. Okay, it was called tuberankings.pdf. I showed you that earlier. You would put in whatever you've uploaded into your hosting account that I showed you earlier. You would put in the file name for your bonus product. In my case, it was tuberankings.pdf. It's a PDF file. So what this does then is when you click on Save Settings, okay, the settings were saved. Now when someone joins your list, automatically, once they click on the link in the confirmation message, automatically they'll be taken to this URL, and that's my PDF file that's in my web hosting account. Yours will have a different, your words will be different in here. That's how they get their download, their free download, automatically. Okay? Good. Now once you've done that, you can come up and you can click on log out, and we're done in our Aweber account. Okay? Well, now it is time for the magic to happen. Okay, thank you for sticking with me so long in the video, but this is where we bring everything together, and you will have an opt-in page in just a few minutes here. So let's start in here and click on the link in the description below this video, and that will download. It's a download of the 4 opt-in files that I give you. Okay, it's a zip file, and I'm sure you know what that means, but zipping a file allows you to put a bunch of files into a single container, and it's called opt-in zip. Okay, and right here, if you're on a Mac, you can simply, I use a Mac, you can simply double click on that zip icon to extract the files. Okay, on a PC, I'm not a PC guy. I just looked it up, I Googled it up. I guess this is what you do to open a zip file. Okay, now if this zip file, when you unzip it, if it's in a folder, a download folder you have, it'll be easy to work with if you drag it onto your desktop. And this is what it looks like. You don't have to worry what these things are if you know what CSS files are. Okay, you don't have to play with things, but they have to be there. There's a thing called an index file, and there's this item down here. It says opt-in checklist, and what that is it's just to help you. And I've created a checklist for all the steps we went through in this video, and as you go through, you can check them off in there. You can open that PDF file, print it out, and you can go through the checklist just to make sure you've got everything in there. And I'll give you a couple extra tips too, a couple extra hints to help you. But yeah, okay. The next thing that we need to do, what we need to do is we need to go into our cPanel again in your web hosting account. Okay, we logged in once and I showed you how to upload your bonus product that you're going to be giving away, so you've done that. So in your cPanel again, we'll go to File Manager. Okay, you'll see all these things in there. You'll click on Public HTML. Okay, and I have blurred these out because these are files I have in there that aren't germane to what we're doing. But what you'll do is you'll click on Upload up there. Okay, and once you click on that, you can now upload files. This is the folder that I gave you that you downloaded, the zip file. After you unzip it, it looks like this. Now, I've added one thing, and this is just that image. And I said you could have somebody make an image like this for you, or you can make your own. It doesn't have to be fancy, just, you know, whatever. And that's an image that is the same image I use on my PDF file, my download bonus product. Okay, so what you'll do in here is you'll just come in. Let me drag this down so you can see this. And what you'll do, don't worry about what CSS files are if you don't know what they are. They give a particular, they control the look of the page that we're creating here. I've done all the work. You don't need to get anything in there. You don't need to play with them. But what you'll need to do is take this out, the desktop CSS, drag it into this area, and then it will upload that into your public HTML folder. Okay, now I don't want to do that because it's already in, I've already done that, and it's already in my folder, so I'm going to put it back in there. But then you'll take the same thing, you'll click on this phone CSS, and you'll drag it back down into this area down here, and it will upload. It'll tell you it's uploaded. Okay, do the same thing with the tablet, drag that in there. Do the same thing with the image of your giveaway product. It'll be a PNG file or it could be a JPEG file, but you'll drag that in there. So the files that we're going to drag into our web hosting account will be this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, now again, this is just something I gave to you. You'll find that in this folder. It just helps you. It's a checklist that you can go through and check off things that we've done in this video to make sure that you've got them all done. This index file we're going to play with for just a second, so don't drag that in there just quite yet. So I'll close this down, and once you have uploaded, okay, let me close this down. Once you have uploaded those files in here, then you can click up here, close the uploader down, you can close this down. Now you're back on your cPanel and you can log out. Okay? Okay, to continue, you will need to download a free text editor called Brackets. Now I mentioned this earlier in the video as one of the prerequisites of building your opt-in page. This will work on Linux-based machines, on Windows, Macs, almost anything. You can download this. It's free again, and it's at brackets.io. Okay, this was developed by Adobe, so you know it's a good product. And yeah, you'll need to download that, and you can do that right now. So when you open Brackets for the first time, this is the page that you will see. They call this Brackets or index.html. This is just an intro to Brackets. It tells about it, but we're not going to use that at all. What you'll do is come up here to Open, and when you go to Open, a page will pop down. Now it may not say opt-in, it may say desktop or something else, but what you'll need to do is go to the folder that has the files in it we've been working on. Okay, and you'll double click on this index file. Okay, so this is the index page that you open up. There's very little that you need to do in here. So what you can do though is come right down here, and the first thing that you can look at if you want to change this, right where it says header right here, I'll highlight this. I would leave this alone. I wouldn't play with it. But if you want to, right between these two paragraph tags, you can highlight this and you can change it to anything you'd like. And then the next thing you can do is down between these two div tags right here. What this is, you would put your domain name right in here, like I did with mine. Okay, and then what this is, after the slash right here, this is the title of your opt-in image, the image you created to put on your page. So there are two parts. You put your domain name, slash, and then you put in whatever the name of the opt-in picture is, you upload it, okay? Down here, what is this? This is the only thing other than, this file name right here. The only other thing you need to do is highlight this part that starts div class AW form. What is that? Well, what that is remember when we were in Aweber and we created that web form and I told you to copy this JavaScript right here? Well, when you copied that and put it in a text file, whatever you did with it, you need to highlight this part of this page and paste that script in there. Okay, I'll hit return, do that. So this will be what creates your web form. Okay, now once you've done that, you can come up here to this. We're done with this now. You can come up here to this little lightning bolt looking thing, and if you have Google Chrome installed on your computer, when you click on this, what it'll do is it will preview that web page. This is what your opt-in page is going to look like right here. See the text? I told you that would show up on top. Okay, that's right there. Your image will appear right here. Now, your web form, actually the opt-in part of the web form will not show in this preview page, but I'll show you what to do so that you understand that it will be there. I'm going to close this down right now. Okay, and the next thing that we'll do is go back into our web hosting account, one final step, and we will be done. Okay, logged back into my HostGator account. I'm in my cPanel, my control panel, and you would need to log into your hosting account, get into your cPanel, come down, click on File Manager, and this page looks familiar. We've been here before. We'll click on the public HTML page. And I've blurred this out. I've got a bunch of stuff in there that we don't need to share. But yeah, so the only thing that you need to do now is click on Upload and go to your opt-in folder, this thing right here. And we uploaded this. We uploaded your cover graphic image right there. The only thing we need to do now is we have made changes inside of brackets to this HTML file. The only thing that you need to do right now is to drag this into this area right here. Drop files here to start uploading. Just drop it in. I've already got it in there, so I'm not going to do that. I'll put it back in that folder. So drag that index file back in there. It will tell you when it's uploaded. It'll just take a second or two, and then you're all set. Okay, so once you're this far, all you need to do is come in here and type in your domain name right here. Okay, I use Tube Mastery Studio. You'll type in your own domain name and then hit return, and this page will pop up. This is what it will say at the top. Okay, you'll have your own image will show up in here, and then right down here, this is where somebody could put their email address in and hit submit, and they would go into your Aweber list, your email subscriber list. Thing you can do is when you're done with this whole process of creating an opt-in page is when you upload a video, you have the opportunity to, while your video is uploading, to write a description of your video, and it can be long or short, it doesn't matter. But what I do is in my, let me just show you, in my video, let me come out here to about this far. Now, when you get to this point in my video, I have a slide that comes up and it says I've put together a PDF file with each of the 25 topics I covered here, along with time codes for each of the segments. And this is not a clickable link, but I say you can go here and download this for free. Now, this is my opt-in page right here. Okay, I put a link to my opt-in page for this in this particular video. And then this only lasts for about 10-12 seconds in the middle of my video. I've edited that in there. And then I tell them to click on the link in the description below. So when I typed in my description, I put this in. Let me just show you. If you click on that, this goes to my opt-in page. This looks a little bit different than the one here. I've got the image off to the left. Yours is in the middle, but still. Here's my opt-in page. People can put in their email, hit submit, and join my list, and it automatically downloads the booklet that I promised them. So one thing I just want to show you right here, and I see people do this all the time, is they will put in a link and they'll have like www.theirdomain.com/ their opt-in page here. They cut it off after so many characters, but that will not make a clickable link. Okay, it'll show up, the text will show up, but it's not going to be clickable. To make the link clickable in YouTube, you have to put in the http:// before the www all that stuff. If you do that, if you put in the http:// then your domain and your file name over here for your opt-in page, then this is clickable. And when they click on it, it'll go to their opt-in page. But you just make sure that you put in the whole HTTP thing in the beginning. Otherwise, it will not be a clickable link. Okay, so please, if you haven't yet, reopen and read the PDF file that's in the download that you got inside of that zip file. And it looks like this, shown at the right. It's more than a checklist. It's a checklist, a workflow checklist, so you can keep track of where you're at in the progress of creating your opt-in page. And also, I show you, once you have this all set up, how to get into your Autoresponder account and create emails and send emails out to all the subscribers on your list. Okay, so if you need to know how to do that, make sure that you read that, okay? As always, if you have any questions whatsoever, just post them below the video, and I will get back to them very quickly. And again, as always, my best wishes for tremendous success with all that you do on YouTube, okay? Take care.